So humidifier, we'll discuss the humidifier. This is the humidifier. You are seeing that you can you have seen in all the hospital. This one, it is having the bottle shape bottle. In that it is water is added in that one, because this water is added in the air when it's come from the ventilator, and this level the pressure and volume of air is controlled with the help of a barometer, and this barometer it will maintain the temperature of moisture air. So here what is a humidifier? Humidifier therapy is added moisture to the air to prevent the dryness that can cause irritation in many parts of the body. The humidifier can be the particularly effective for treating dryness of the skin, nose, and dryness of throats and lips. They can also ease some of the symptoms caused by the flu or common cold. So what is humidity? First we will learn the humidity, then we will learn the relative humidity, then we will learn the body temperature, pressure, saturation. After that we will learn isometric temperature, body temperature. What is the relative with that one? We will see one by one. So what is humidity? Humidity is it is a moisture in the air, and a relative humidity is the amount of water contained in the air at any given temperature as compared to the maximum amount of moisture air that can hold at the temperature when it is going into the saturated. For example, at 70 degree Fahrenheit, a cubic foot of air can hold up to 8.10 grains of moisture. It is said to be 100% relative humidity. If that some cubic foot of air contains 4.05 grains of the moisture at 70 degree Fahrenheit, this is compared to the amount of moisture that the air can hold when saturated at the temperature. This is given by the small calculation. The 4.05 is divided by 8.10, which gives a 0.5. That means 50% of a relative humidity. According to this, air is at 50% relative humidity, we can find it. What is humidifier? So humidifier can ease a problem caused by the air and drain sinus, bloody nose, and cracked lips. So these it can be prevent from such kind of one. That a humidifier can prevent from dry air, dry sinuses, bloody nose, and cracked lips. So therefore, the humidifier can help smooth of our body. This familiar problem caused by the dry in the indoor air. So indoor air, it may have a temperature level may be raised. It will provide such kind of problems. In addition, a cool mist humidifier may help ease symptoms of cold or other respiratory condition. Why dry air gives problem? When the outside the temperature fall below the inside the temperature, as in a winter, the result in that cold moist air entering the heated building because hot. Dry air, in the same way, that moisture in the air will be absorbed by the material in a building. This hot dry air pulls moisture from everything. It comes in contact with trying to reach equilibrium. So we can say that the point at which the material no longer loses or gains moisture in a equilibrium condition. This drying out of air is what causes the familiar problem of dry nose and dry throats, cracking of lips, and also it can crack the materials also. And static, it will give the static electricity discharges. The same dry air condition can also be caused by cooling the air below its dew point, thus removing the moisture. That name is called a dehumidifying, and then reheating it. This condition could occur in all the air conditioning system or an refrigeration. So dry air can affect many health issues. Optimal level for indoor air quality to minimize the health problem is about 40% to 60% due to the RH, relative humidity, that as depicted. So we will see about the humidifier medical devices. The humidification and humidity control in medical device manufacturing. Humidifier can be used to eliminate static and to suppress dust and airborne particles. The humidification is also used as an activating agent. For instance, ethylene oxide can be used as a sterilizing agent, but only becomes active at a 70% relative humidity or above. We will see that isometric saturation boundary, that is very important parameters. It is related with the human body temperature and compared with the surrounding atmosphere. An inspired gas moves into the lungs. It achieves BTPS condition, that is body temperature pressure saturation at 37 degrees Celsius. Barometric pressure saturated with the water vapor, that is 100% relative humidity at 37 degrees Celsius. This point normally approximately 5 cm below the cornea, that is called isometric saturation boundary, that abbreviation is ISB. Above the ISB, the temperature and the humidity decreases during the inspiration and increases during the exhalation. Below the ISB, the temperature and relative humidity remains constant, that indicated by BTPS. Numerous factors can shift the ISB deeper into the lungs. So isometric saturation boundary point shifts distally when a person breathes through the mouth rather than the nose. When the person breathes cold, dry air, when the upper air is bypassed, that is breathing through an artificial tracheal airway, or when the minute ventilation is higher than the normal way. When this shift of ISB occurs, additional surface of the air are recruited to meet the heat and humidity requirement of the lungs. These requirement of airways that do not typically provide the level of heat and humidity can have a negative impact of epithelial integrity. This shift of ISB can compromise the body, the normal heat. The moisture exchange mechanism and humidity therapy is indicated. The types of humidifier. The humidifier are either active, that is called actively adding the heat or water, or both to the device patient interface, or passive, recycling the exhaled heat and humidity from the patients. Active humidifier typically include: one is a bubble humidifier, second one is a passover humidifier, third one is a nebulizer of blunt aerosols, fourth one is vaporizer. So what is the indication? The primary humidifying dry medical gases, overcoming humidity deficit created, and when the upper air is passed. Secondary, the managing the hypothermia, treating spasm caused by the cold air. Symptoms. So when we need a humidity, that is when we have to provide the humidifier. So symptoms: dry, non-productive cough, increased airway resistance, increased incidence of infection, increased workload of breathing, patient complaint of substernal pain and airway dryness, thick dehydrate and secretion. So this is the people who having these symptoms, they have to apply this humidifier device on their mouth or nose. So humidity requirement for gas delivery at various sites in the upper and lower air, that is gas delivered to the nose or mouth, 50% relative humidity with an absolute humidity level of 10 mg per liter at 22 degrees Celsius, that is 71.6 degree Fahrenheit. Gas delivered to the hypoparax, 95 relative humidity with an absolute humidity level of 28 to 34 mg per liter at 29 to 32 degrees Celsius, that is 84.21 to 89.6 Fahrenheit. Gas delivered to the mid-trachea, that is 100% relative humidity with an absolute humidity level of 36 to 40 mg per liter at 31 degrees Celsius to 35 degrees Celsius, that is 87.8 to 95 Fahrenheit. So humidifiers used to add the molecular water to the gases. The factor that affects the humidifier performance, one is temperature. As the temperature increases, capacity, that is potentially humidity will increases. Second one, surface. The greater surface area, the more potential for evaporation. Third, time of contact. The longer time of contact, the more time for evaporation to occur. Fourth one, thermal masses. The more water in the humidifier, the more potential for transfer of heat. Types of humidifier. First type is called a bubble type humidifier. Here the bubble type humidifier, the air is flow through the liquid that with the help of pressure, when the air is moving inside the water, this gas it will provide some bubbling one. That bubbling one means the air is absorb some water molecule and it will move to the upward. Say aerosol. Aerosol is a spray. When a spray gas, when is spray put on the liquid, so it will make bubbles. So that bubbles air, it is contains a moisture that will be taken up and it will go to the upside. And a third one is a passover. Passover, that means the air is passed through the liquid from the bottom and it will be reflected to the upward. So it will take the moisture from the liquid and it will go to the upward. Fourth one, wick type, that is some one barrier they have given in the liquid. So here that with the help of air, when it is flowing in the liquid, it will produce the bubbles inside the chamber that will be taken to the upward. Another one, membrane type. There is a membrane have been provided at the liquid. So when the air is passed over the liquid, the membrane through the membrane it will go through that one. After that it will take the moisture in the liquid. Again when it's come, it will be like a bubbled one. That bubble is trapped by this membrane. So the without bubbling air that contains moisture, that will come to up. So bubble humidifier, and here the bubble humidifier is in a beaker A and beaker B. It shows a bubble humidifier. So here the pressure is release valve is there. Dry air, that is the dry air means that is oxygen from the ventilator have been given to this path. When it moves through that one, that is through the water or any liquid, that through the pressure, what is, it will produce bubbles. After that it will come out of the water level and moves towards the patient mouth. This is a humidifier. And another one also it is available here. Okay, that is shown in B. Okay, A and B gases pass through the tube to the bottom of the water reservoir. A and B gas bubbles through the reservoir, and here A is unheated bubbles through the humidifier. A is not heated one and B is heated one, and B provides humidity for oxygen therapy. The pass over humidifier, direct gas over liquid surface saturated by the liquid. Here the types: simple reservoir model, second one is Wig units, third one is membrane device. The simple reservoir model, gas flow over the surface of volume of water, usually used as a heated system to provide humidity to the mechanically ventilated patient. Heated humidifier, adding the heat increase the absolute humidity of gas. Heating gases increases risk of condensation in tubing, causing obstruction. Risk in decreasing by using large bore tubing. Heated wire circuit or to decrease the amount of condensation in the circuit. Heat moisture exchange, considered to be the passive humidifier, traps the heat and humidity in the expired gas. Has been used to provide humidity for spontaneous and mechanically ventilated patient. Types of heat moisture exchange are HME, simple condenser, second one is hygroscopic condenser, third one is hydrophobic condenser. So simple condenser humidifier contains a condenser element to trap the heat and humidity of expired gas. Retain about 50% of expired heat and humidity. Maximum absolute humidity is 18 to 28 mg per liter. Hydroscopic heat exchanger uses condenser element made up of paper, wool or foam. Material includes as a salt. Maximum absolute humidity is 22 to 34 mg per liter. Active heat moisture exchange, add heat or humidity for both to inspired gas. External heat and moisture is introduces into the inspired gas, capable of providing 100% relative humidity at the BPTS. So hazards and complications. Hazards and complications associated with the use of heated humidifier HH and HME devices during the mechanical ventilation includes the following. High flow rates during the disconnected may aerosolize contaminated condensated in the heated humidifier circuit. Second one is increases workload of breathing due to the HME or HH, that is heated humidifier. Elevated airway pressure caused by the condensation due to the HH. Advented overfilling resulting in unintended tracheal leakage due to HH. Inadvertent tracheal leakage from the pooled condensate in the circuit due to HH. Monitoring the humidifier should be inspected during the patient ventilator system check, and condensate should be inspected and replaced if the secretion have contaminated the insert or the filter. The following should be recorded during the equipment inspection. First one, during the routine use on patient, and HH heat humidifier should be set to deliver the inspired gas at 33 degrees Celsius plus or minus 2 degrees Celsius. That means it may be a 35 degrees Celsius or that is the inspired gas at 33 degrees Celsius plus or minus 32 degrees Celsius. That means it may be a 35 degrees Celsius or it may be a 31 degrees Celsius, and should provide a minimum of 30 mg per liter of water vapor. Second, inspired gas temperature should be monitored at or near the patient airway opening during the HH, that is humidifier. Third, specific temperature may vary with the patient condition. Airway temperature should never exceed 37 degrees Celsius. Fourth one, 4 heated wire circuit should used with the infant. The probe must be placed outside the incubator or away from the radiant warner. And fifth one, the high temperature alarm should be set higher than 37 degrees Celsius and the low setting should be not less than the 30 degrees Celsius. Sixth one, water level and function of automatic feed system, if it is applicable, should be monitored. The problem solving and troubleshooting in a humidifier. Common problem with the humidification system include dealing with the condensation, avoiding the cross contamination and ensuring the proper conditioning of a inspired gas. Condensation, as the good cool, its water vapor capacity decreases, resulting in a condensation factor influencing the amount of condensation include first one, temperature difference across the system in the humidifier to airway, the ambient temperature, second one, third one is a gas flow, fourth one is a set airway temperature, fifth one is a length, diameter and thermal masses of gas. Condensation can disturb or accumulate gas flow through the circuit, potentially alternating fractional inspired oxygen or ventilator function or both. Condensate can work its way towards the patient and be aspirated. For this reason, the circuit must be positioned to drain the condensated away from the patient and must be checked often, and excessive condensate must be drained from the heated humidifier breathing circuit on a regular basis. Several techniques are used to minimize the problem with the breathing circuit condensate. One common method is to place the water trap at the lower point in the circuit, that is both inspiratory and expiratory limb of ventilator circuit. The cross contamination, aerosols and condensate from the ventilator circuits are known as a source of the bacterial collination. However, the advances in the both circuit and humidifier technologies have reduced the risk of a nosocomial infection when these systems are used. Heated wire circuit reduces the production and the pooling of condensate with the circuit. In addition, the high reservoir temperature in the humidifier are bactericidal. The important points considering humidifier: the most non-heated humidifier have a pressure pop-off valve set at 2 Pascal. After the device is set up, the tubing of oxygen delivery device, that is example in a cannula or in a mouth mask, should be nickeled to obstruct the flow. If the pop-off sound, there is no leaks. If no sound is heard, all connections as well as the humidifier top should be the tightened. Second one, the water level of all the humidifier should be maintained at the level marked on the humidifier jar to ensure the maximum humidity output. Third one, the consideration occurs in the tubing of heated humidifier. This water should be discarded in a trace container or basin and should never be put back into the humidifier. Fourth one, warm moist areas such as heated humidifiers are a breathing ground for microorganisms, especially Pseudomonas species. The humidifiers should be replaced every 24 hours. Fifth one, without the heated wire circuit, the humidifier may need to the heated to as much as 50 degrees Celsius for the gas temperature to approximate body temperature 37 degrees Celsius by the time it reaches the patient's upper airway. As a highly saturated and warm gas passes through the ventilator circuit, the ambient air surrounding the circuit tubing is cooled. Thank you very much listening this humidifier circuit. We'll see